Name is Zayred, and welcome back to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Eyes of Heaven. Today we're going to be concluding by going through why is it I didn't go through Johnny's stuff yet. Why is there that thing there? But we're going to continue where we left off, hopefully. Or might maybe do the card game with Darby again, which I wouldn't mind because I love messing with Darby. And plus I might be able to show off what he looks like whenever you fully beat him. No, thankfully he starts me here. And the reason why there's not a title to this one like the first two episodes, the first two I forgot, and this one, I couldn't find a good way to combine the, couldn't find a good way to combine the names of Steel Ball Run and Jolian. So I couldn't do it there. But to put it simply, besides what he's saying, Steel Ball Run is basically the first three parts of JoJo condensed into a smaller universe with a much better villain and a way cooler version of Dio, in my opinion. But to be fair, Valentine might be the best villain because you can argue that killing him was way worse than way worse than if he had lived, because his entire thing was to take care of America. Huh. Isn't this a stage in All-Star Battle? And here's one of the funniest things in this. These two seeing each other. This has got to be the most bizarre thing in the entire series, in my opinion, because basically these two are the same person. Ironically, not only these two, besides one being able to walk, the other one not being able to, Jonathan is way nicer. Johnny's is way too much of a douchebag, downright selfish at times. Wait, his infinite spin is gone? Wait, taking him down? Does that mean that Valentine's going to be works against Dio? Yes. Jonathan, yes, if you return to parts that actually, to be fair, considering the fact that there would be universal equivalents to certain characters and what we find out later about Part 8's Kira, doesn't that mean that JoJo will be able to appear in this universe too? You know, it actually did just hit me. Hamon can heal a lot of things. But in that case, how come it is that... Actually, you know what, never mind. Part 3 technically did have a healer, because I was thinking about that. Part 3 might be the only part that didn't have a healer, but then you remember that Joseph has Hamon. It may be weak Hamon, but it's still Hamon. He could use it to heal people up.
僕はジョニー。あんたはジョナサンというのか。
Well, you see, I'm a Joe star, and we kind of have a weird life. You're preaching, and then they just say, you're preaching to the choir there. And then Johnny goes, that's almost as weird as when I saw that other Dio, and that I could just like imagine the conversation between the two of them about their Dios. It's like, my Dio's a horrible person, he caused my rat to die. I mean, thanks me releasing that rat, my brother died. Oh, and here's another thing. Johnny is, well, what this game calls a mounted fighter. In my opinion, mounted fighters are the worst fighters to play as, to me. Well, not all of them, mostly Johnny. Everyone else, though, pretty cool. Ah, crap, I gotta check. I'm sorry, but I gotta check that. Actually, now that I think about it, the alternate universe, I mean, Steel Ball Run has a ton of other places that could have been used for, arenas. In fact, there's a ton of other arenas they could have used for here. There's where the Steel Ball race begins. There's that one forest they traveled to. There's the alternate world, which was actually a stage in All Star. Oh man.
大きな音を立ててはいけない。ディエゴの能力だ。村人たちが今日でも信じられない。これが異変なのか。ニュージャージーの線路のところで死んだはずだ。ディエゴが死んだところ。今ディエゴと言ったのか。ディエゴ・ブランド。知ってるのか。前に会ったことがある。ディエゴは異変側について聖なる遺体を集めよう。そうか。ディエゴも恐竜を使って遺体を探してるんだ。
Yeah, no.
くそ。奴よりも早く遺体を見つけなくては。うん、行こう。なぜここにいる？ジョナサン。
You know, there's something to wonder. How much is this guy paid in this game? Because he has the most people to voice. He's got regular Dio, he's got Part 3 Dio, he's got he's got Diego, he's got Alternate World Dio. Seriously, how much money does this guy make in this game alone? Because I know he voices like a bunch of other characters too. Hey, that also reminds me. This slipped my mind last time, but we'll see it later when we fight against Dio, but one of the funny things is that his dinosaur form actually has, is that his dinosaur form actually does have, his name written all across it. I wish I was joking, but it actually does have Dio written all over it. Again, I wish that was a joke. Here we go. I'm gonna need to grab some more of those before I head to JoJolian. But anyway, I'll go ahead and show off I'll go ahead and show off Johnny here. You know, not this is a bad stage, but I would have loved it if we had like more arenas. Would Harmony really do that much against him? And here's where he's weird. because he only has 2 different attacks. One of them is his nail bullets, making him like the second character in this game I know who shoots things. Him and Mista do. And also he's a mounted fighter. Meaning he has 2. Meaning he only has 1 real way to attack, and that's by pushing the triangle button. Another thing you can do is get off the slow dancer in order to refill your your nail bullets, which will replete, because I do know that in the actual manga he actually does. His nails have to regrow. But I think it's actually very fast. That plus being on a horse causes he can do that because of like the rotation, which is kind of like Hamo. And wow, that actually was faster than it was last time. Wow, no sympathy from Johnny. Just what I expect from the guy. And we got a bunch of good stuff for winning. Alright, who's next? And to be fair, unlike you two, these guys actually look similar. Huh, it actually is kind of fun. Douchebag in the newer stuff, and Dio being the world's biggest form of evil in the original version. Yeah, is there an alternate version of what's his face again? The original Dio? Diego. And after they send an alternate world Diego on the other side, like time, space, and dinosaurs. Huh? Let's see here. Crap. Wait, I still have one of these? Oh, wait. Let's see, I need the money more. Ah, crap, I should have chose Jonathan. Actually, I still do feel bad for Diego because he's taken out the most wuss way out of everyone in the show. Killed by a train, and then after he beats Johnny. God, that's confusing. To be fair, one of them was because what part of Dr. Ferdinand was implanted in this guy again? And the other one just has a throne in hell. I honestly believe that's what Dio has. No, just like Jonathan, Diego is a mounted fighter. The only difference is I like playing as Diego, mostly because that one move he has where he transforms. No, you don't. Oh, here's another interesting thing. I think he only does that one time. This is the very end. Wolf says aura aura. Yes, and in all honesty, if you get off slow dancer, find a place where you're safe and just wait till you get back on him again, because you're pretty much defenseless with Johnny otherwise. Well, again, no leg. I mean, can't use his legs. You know, in Steel Ball Run, they make a point out of the fact that you'll be annihilated if you touch another version of yourself. So how are these guys not affected by it? I wish. Again, that's why I wish there was a three-way battle. They find some other way to have like another Jonathan or Johnny here. Oh no. No you don't. I know what comes after. Okay, all that's left is the nice one. Ah, don't worry, it's Phantom Blood deal. He'll be back. Oh my god, I actually got him. Yeah. Ah, oh, come on. Slow down. In defense of Diego, he's not really that evil. In fact, if anything, he's only evil by the circumstance he grew up in. Still a bit of a douche, but at the same time, can't really blame the guy. Oh yeah, my apologies. How's everyone? How are you? Actually, considering who the main villain is, how are these two not dead? The main villain is a Dio, so wouldn't that mean that he'd be dead? Actually, now that I think about it, unless they got really, really close, that Dio would be okay. My obsession with you grows even stronger by the day, Jonathan. To the point where I'll hunt you and your family down until my final days. I wish I was joking. Yeah, because if it did, everyone would be blowing up. Actually, does he still have Love Train? Because if he does, that's another middle finger to these guys. And here we have this universe's Caesar. Which actually surprised me. I thought he'd be like Will's parallel, but one of the secrets that him and Johnny happen to share is that my name is Julius Caesar Kaiser, basically Caesar Zeppeli. And then Johnny reveals something kind of creepy, actually. It's basically he has a bug bite fetish, and I wish I was joking when I said that. In fact, I love the fact that they just reveal it to each other in like a regular conversation. In fact, whenever you put the two together in the team, they actually reference it. He just goes, you know, bug bite fetish, well, they turn me on. End of story. I think it was just because they were revealing stuff to each other. I can't remember the context it was in Steel Ball Run. All right.
ジャイロがバレンタインと一緒に襲ってくるなんて。
You know the guy responsible for your death?
戦わなくてはならない。心を強く持つんだ。お前の可能性を見極めさせてもらう。ジョニー・ジョースター。行くぜ、テロリストども。オープンだけ。
And one more round. Actually, another thing is that characters do have battle cries. One of the cooler ones I found out about recently has been, well, Valentine's. I just can't remember what it is. Oh, it's Dojan, I believe it is. Which is pretty much like saying Tada. Because when you think about it, all his stand really is like a magic trick. It's easy, and then there's the... Oh crap, he activated the love train. Oh, it's Dojan. I only know that because I could briefly hear him say it right there. Please work. No, you don't. Oh no. Come on, gotta figure out which one to focus on. This is better than I was expecting to do during that last round. Are you serious? This shouldn't be enough to kill him, or should it? Yeah, that was enough to retire him. I don't know why I keep saying kill when it's retire in this game. Oh my god, I keep forgetting about that. That's actually one of the most awesome things about Gyro. Well, that plus the reason why he joined the Steel Ball race, but it also is kind of tragic because he joined because his family was a bunch of executioners. And when, I believe it was, a little kid was sent to trial falsely, he joined the Steel Ball race just so he could, have a proper case or something like that. And at the end, when the Steel Ball race is done, the kid is set free. But then again, I think there's a panel that basically says the kid died of a cold. Why can't I lock onto him now? Yes, now let me lock on. What happened? Oh. I really need to start playing those other characters. Now get up. Get back here. Oh, he's looking back on Slow Dancer.
何かおかしい。あのバレンタインという男、攻撃に殺気がない。ジャイロ、僕のことがわからないのか。
And I do believe this actually concludes Steel Ball Run. Yeah, this does conclude Steel Ball Run. Because after this we have JoJo, which is, I think, just as short. Which actually is kind of frustrating because these worlds don't get nearly enough attention paid to them in this. Oh man, to be fair,
覚えたぜ。お前さんが心底ムカつく野郎で。今度会ったら絶対に敵。
ジャイロ。ジョニー・ジョースター、お前のスタンドなら先手を取って命中させれば奴に勝てるかもしれん。あるいはもう一人、お前たちと行動を共にしているジョルノ・ジョバーナ。
Who you thought that since no one's Dio would have taken up in a heartbeat. For God's sakes, he is the man's son. I mean, dad.
あのバレンタインという男、攻撃に殺気がなかった。僕たちを試しているみたいだった。
Actually, here's another question. Since this is another world's Dio, why don't they just... Actually, you know what? I take that back because that would kill Jonathan in the process. And from where Jonathan is in his story, he and Arena have clearly not gotten married yet. Also, I'd like to point this out: Jonathan doesn't get to live a happy life with his kid. This douchebag on the other hand does. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this, and I'm gonna play a couple of short matches real quick. Because this video is gonna be way shorter than I thought it was gonna be. Actually, you know what? I'll wait until the end of JoJo, since that's just as short. Actually, there's something that doesn't make sense. When we get back to there's parts of this game I won't be able to show off. Like after the next chapter, I won't be able to show off anything. Because the last couple scenes are blocked because of the final boss. Chapter 7, Steel Ball Run, is over. And I still find it kind of funny that the last 3 chapters I can show off are actually in chronological order, because part 6, Stone Ocean, just like it is with the manga. Part 7 is this, and then part 8, JoJo, like it is in the manga. Because we got one of the only few playable characters from this era. Then again, I can't really think of too many characters to play as from this one. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Really? Oh, that makes sense. Oh, we send them back to Moria? I mean, Morio? How do you pronounce that? Is it Moria or Morio? I can't remember right now.
JoJo.
Which is a whole nother bunch of weird.
現代の日本 S 市もみじ区森王町。突如町の中に現れた壁の目と呼ばれる隆起物付近で肩に星型のあざを持つ謎の青年が地面の下から発見された。彼は 記憶を全て失っており、自分の名前すらも覚えていなかった。
And there's a good reason for that too.
ジョウスケと名付けられた彼は、素性が判明するまで後見人の家に住むことを許されたのだった。
Actually, to be fair, if you ever get the chance to read JoJo, because some of the powers in it are really cool, especially Kyo Nijimura. So of course, JoJo is basically part 8 redone. I mean, part 4 redone.
どこかとんでもねえ場所に飛ばされると思ったがよ。
Oh, trust me, you aren't somewhere crazy.
いねえぞ。どこか別の場所に行っちまったのか。
Actually, another good question is, which one of them has the turtle?
ジョウスケ、てめえ、俺を出し抜いたつもりでいい気に。
Even though it technically is. You know, I do feel bad for Joshu, but I do actually like his stand design, Nut King Call, which is basically like a stand mixed with a common rider. And that plus his ability is really cool because it basically can create screws on your body that he can take off. You have your opinion.
スタンド使いか、おめえ。俺は敵じゃねえぜ。聖なる遺体を集めるためにここへ来ただけだ。つっても通じねえよな。
何？聖なる遺体だって？
通じるのかよ。
遺体のことはカツアゲロードのじいさんから聞かされたばっ。
He also told me that that apparently one of my ancestors got hit in the head with a rock.
てめえ、気に入らねえんだよ。
上手。
人んちで我が物が。
Oh crap! I just realized I forgot to get items.
俺がてめえをぶっ殺してやる。
こいつ、やはりスタンド使い。
奥安やしげちの時と同じだ。今までよくわからねえまま分かったような気になってたが、異変を引き起こしてるのは。詳しい話は後でするからよ。まずはあいつをおとなしくさせるぜ。
Actually, I really should play it. Please tell me I'm playing. No. Mostly just because I actually do like that. I mean, I actually do like Part 8, Josuke. I like Part 4 better, but I like Part 8 too. So cool in my opinion. That plus I already showed off regular Josuke. Yeah, because neither of my characters is high enough leveled to really fight him that well. Same here. All I can tell you is that his ability is really cool. I like his stand better. Even as an evil creep, even when he's evil, all he thinks about is her. I wish I was Shogun. Ah, crap, I also didn't update. I didn't give him any moves yet. Oh well. Actually, another game I've been wanting to do stuff like this with is All-Star Battle, but I don't have that. Actually, it just hit me. What did the original Soft and Wet do? I always forget that. Oh, come on. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Actually, you know what? Come on. I've got to stop running into that. No, you don't. Well, he is kind of creepy. I like him, but he's creepy, so yeah, I'd say stay away from him. His ability makes him basically Trafalgar Law from One Piece. Once again, I wish I was kidding. But seriously, he can rearrange your body just like Law can. The only difference... Wait, if Law... Can Law leave people like that? I forget.
Yosh! こうなったらこっちのもんだぜ。見よう見まねだが、遺体を使って。JoJo、正気に戻ったか。
Don't just hit me. What's with his pants?
何かんたれてんだ、てめえ。ぶちのめされてえのか。おい、何をする。まだ戻ってないようだから殴ったんだけど。
It's okay. I can heal him up.
それもそうだな。
Yeah, he's always a bit of a douche. I like him, but even I have to admit that.
もう一回光を浴びせとくか。それが聖なる遺体。あんたの話を聞かせてくれ。
First off, my name is Josuke Higashikata. Mine too!
信じられそうにない。突拍子のない話のように思う。だが聖なる遺体は俺自身のことを知る重要な手が。分かった。一緒に行こう。
Ironically, during this adventure, he will learn nothing new.
この家、他にも家族がいるのか。
Yeah, a lot.
でも今は誰もいない。俺と上州。
Seriously, the Higashikata family in this version gets down a lot.
いや、さっきそこの物陰に。
I would say something, but part 4's mom was literally thirsty enough to get with an old man. Then again, Joseph's nowhere near as, just as guilty, considering the fact that his son is born before the events of part 3. And I don't even think Suzy Q is dead.
こんなところに出てきやがるとは。平吉影。 なんだって。まったくつくづく因縁というものをか。
キラヨシカゲが。
Technically three, one of them standing beside you.
この世界は私たちの森王朝に似て。
Yeah, that actually is kind of weird. In the new stuff, he's three different people. He's Kira Yoshikage, he's he's Yosuke Higashikata Part 8, and he's also he also gained the personality of Jotaro, because he's the child of Holly. In fact, he does have Killer Queen, which is why if you actually do use his dual heart attack, you'll see Killer Queen in it. Anyway, I'll be using regular one, but I'm gonna do this too. Oh yeah, speaking of which, whenever you use Bicycle of Dust, it is honestly awful from you, because I think your opponent gets brought back. Because I actually used it online against my cousin once, and when I used Bite the Dust, his partner came back.
私たちの爆弾でな。
You know, this does bring up a question. I mean, a good thing. Each villain is teaming up with them because they want something. Besides a quiet life, what other reason would these guys have to want to even work with them? I mean, work with a Dio, because they want completely different things. This guy just wants to kill discreetly. Plus, ironically, if you think about it, the punishment that these guys receive, that the villains receive, should have gone to different villains. For example, his punishment is that he was killed by the vengeful spirits in Moria. Diavaldo's punishment was to infinitely die this entire time, when all Diavaldo was trying to do was eliminate people who knew his identity, and was also leader of Passion, which involved a bunch of drugs and crap like that. So let's see, the guy who basically was the leader of the mafia is somehow deserves a worse pain than the world's great serial killer. And down you go. What the heck is that? Oh, he's the one that's got stray cat. Yeah, you know. Crap. No, get back here. Accident, and this should be the end of the fight. Actually, does remind me, is this open? Huh, it's not open yet. It should. I remember the last time it opened like automatically. Don't you run from it. Actually, they just hit me since Sagechi's still alive. Because I remember Sagechi's death was actually kind of saddening. It would be more sad if I actually cared about Sagechi. Let's see here. Now you get back here. Alright, just about done here. Not risking stuff. And here's what his single dual heart attack looks like, because I don't think I showed it off. Because I do know that whatever the name of the stand of Highway Stars, he does that too, because he was in the hospital going like, "You won't hurt me, I'm in a hospital." And then he's just like, "Yeah, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if I hurt someone who was injured. That's why I healed you up." And as he starts moving all his limbs stuff, just like real, it's like, "Oh no, I'm healed." Like, or maybe, "Oh yes, I'm healed. Oh no, I'm healed." And then beats the crap out of him with Crazy Diamond and knocks him out of the hospital. And that's it. I also think that's it for what we can do with the story right now too. Because once again, I don't have the equipment that's needed to go any further.
Crazy Diamond. 相変わらず気に食わん能力だ。だが、いずれ必ず。
Just put that kid in front of them.
待ちやがれ。てめえらも。
Actually, another interesting thing is that Kira does come back. There is a separate tale that where Kira does come back to life again as a spirit.
私たちの望みは平穏な生活。ふざけたこと言ってんじゃねえ。
Yeah, good point. No, he murders people. He murders women for their hands. Everyone else is just because they find out who he is.
お前たちは嫌いを仕掛けなのか。ああ、そうだ。もっともそちらの望む嫌いを仕掛けではないがな。
The Kiryoshikage you're looking for lives in you.
Oi, 丈介、何が起きたんだよ。記憶がね、飛んじまってる。
俺もよくわからない。
Mm-hmm.
あれ、なんだっけ。
Ah, Joshi, don't worry. It's happened to everybody.
来たぜ、共鳴がよ。この近くに聖なる遺体があるんだな。
But here's where we find out about something else. But first I need to switch characters. So one of the most annoying things I can't just... Oh, here we go. This is how you can... This is another way you can get like those sticker things. I always do this one. By using soft and wet and sniping. Because I think it does have a bit of a part where it can home in. Yeah, it does. It was right on it, too. What happened there? Eh, one of these is gonna hit. I suck at shooting anyway. And here's the funny thing. When you do it in this, it won't hurt people. Let's use him for an example. It went right through him. Didn't that thing mess him up last time that happened? Well, I would say something about that, but your hair is really cool. And I don't want to be punched. And we now have the heart of the Holy
俺の仲間
Corpse.
たちも遺体の部位をいくつか持ってる。
I would say more family than friends.
いや、ひょっとしたら
As you know, you're all related to every single one of them. In fact, out of every single person in the game, these are the only two people you're not related to.
よし。じゃあ俺を
I mean, the only two main characters you're not related to. Because heck, you're even related to Jorah now.
何？なんだ？お前らどこ？ひょっとして。
Yes, Mom?
俺も行くぞ。俺も連れてけ。
I apologize, everyone. Something has come up and I have got to go. This has been Zayred, everyone. And until next time.